The Shortcut to Wealth, Mastering the Mindset, Habits, and Actions of the Rich by Jim Rohn. Part 1. The Truth About Wealth and Why It's Closer Than You Think. Let's get one thing straight right now. Becoming wealthy is not about luck. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment, the perfect idea, or the perfect connection. It's about decisions. It's about habits. It's about learning a few simple disciplines, repeated every day. I want you to understand something powerful today. Wealth isn't something far away, reserved for people with silver spoons or fancy degrees. It's something you can start building today. Not 10 years from now. Not after you win the lottery. Not after you get a promotion. Right now. Now, don't misunderstand me. I'm not saying you'll become a millionaire overnight, but I am saying that the road to wealth can be shorter than most people think. If you got the right mindset, if you're willing to develop the right habits, and if you're ready to take consistent action, then yes, wealth is within reach. Success leaves clues. One of the greatest things I ever learned is this. Success leaves clues. If someone else has done it, so can you. If someone else has started poor and became rich, you can too. You don't have to invent wealth. You don't have to guess at it. You just have to study those who've done it and do what they did. Model the successful. Copy the smart moves. Avoid the dumb ones. That's how I did it. That's how thousands have done it. And that's how you can do it too. The difference between rich and broke. Let me tell you a secret. The difference between a wealthy man and a broke man is not intelligence. It's discipline. It's doing the simple things consistently over time. The rich man invests $10 a day and keeps doing it. The broke man spends $10 a day on coffee, cigarettes, and junk and keeps doing that too. The rich man learns something new every day. The broke man watches TV. The rich man takes risks, starts a side hustle, builds something. The broke man makes excuses. And the difference? It starts small, but over time, it becomes enormous. Small things, done daily, lead to big things. That's the truth about wealth. You can become wealthy faster than you think. Now, let me give you the real kicker. You don't need 50 years to become wealthy. With the right moves, the right habits, and the right mindset, you can create serious wealth in 5 years or less. Yes, 5 years. Maybe even 2 or 3. If you're hungry enough, you just need to be focused, teachable, and consistent. But let me say this, it won't happen by accident. If you do what most people do, work a job, spend more than you earn, never invest, never read, never grow, you'll end up like most people. Broke, tired, full of regrets. But if you do what the wealthy do, save and invest early, build multiple income streams, work harder on yourself than on your job, learn from mentors, avoid distractions and time wasters, then you'll have something most people never have. Time freedom, money freedom, peace of mind. That's the real goal. Not just money, but what money can give you. Wealthy people think differently. Here's a thought to consider. Wealthy people aren't just lucky. They don't just have better opportunities. They think differently. Let me give you some examples. Broke people say, I can't afford it. Rich people say, how can I afford it? Broke people wait for permission. Rich people create opportunities. Broke people complain. Rich people take responsibility. Broke people fear failure. Rich people see failure as a lesson. Which one will you be? Because let me tell you, you've got 2 choices in life. You can be a victim of your circumstances, or you can be the author of your success story. And you get to choose every single day. The wealth formula, that works every time. Want a shortcut to wealth? I'll give it to you. Here it is. Wealth equals value times leverage times time. Let's break that down. Value, what do you know? What can you offer? Solve a problem. Provide a service. Create something useful. Leverage, don't trade hours for dollars. Use systems, technology, people, or money to multiply your effort. Time. Start now. Use the power of compounding. Delay is expensive. That's the formula the rich use. Whether it's real estate, business, investing, or content creation, they bring value. They find leverage. And they use time wisely. It's not magic. It's math. You must decide and then move. Nothing happens until you decide. Wealth is not just something you wish for. It's something you commit to. You can't dabble in wealth. You can't half-heartedly pursue success. You gotta decide. I will become wealthy. I will take control of my finances. I will learn. I will act. I will stay the course. That's the beginning. The rest? Just follow the path. In the next chapters, now that we've laid the foundation, we'll move into the specifics. How the wealthy think. How they use their time. What habits they practice daily. How they build income streams. How they stay focused and avoid distractions. And how you can apply all of this starting today. Remember, this journey is yours. And it starts with one simple truth. You are not stuck. You are not behind. And you are not too late. This is your time. This is your moment. And this is your shortcut to wealth. Part 2. It starts with you, the wealthy mindset. Let me tell you the truth. Plain and simple, if you want to change your money, you must first change your mind. That's right. Wealth doesn't start with money. It starts with thinking. Your outer world is a reflection of your inner world. If your mind is poor, your bank account will be poor. But if your mind is rich, your life will follow. I had to get my mind right. Before I ever made my first dollar, I had to fix my thinking. I used to think like most folks. Rich people are lucky. Money doesn't grow on trees. People like me don't get rich. And guess what I had? Not much. It wasn't until I sat down with a mentor who told me, Jim, your bank account is simply a printout of your thinking. That hit me, and it's true for you too. The broke mindset versus the wealthy mindset. Let's compare them. Broke mindset. I just need enough to get by. I'm not smart enough. That's too risky. I'll start someday. I can't afford that. Wealthy mindset. How can I grow and earn more? I can learn anything I need. Risk is part of the game. I'll start now and figure out. How can I afford it? Now, let me ask you, which mindset sounds like yours? Because here's the truth. Your thoughts create your beliefs. Your beliefs shape your habits. And your habits decide your results. So, if you're not getting the results you want, don't look at your job. Don't blame the economy. Start by looking at what you believe. You're worth more than you think. A big reason people stay broke is because they think they don't deserve to be wealthy. Somewhere along the way, somebody told them, you're not good enough. You'll never make it. Be happy with what you've got. And they believed it. But let me tell you something loud and clear. You are worthy of wealth. You are capable of wealth. You were born with the tools inside you to change your life. You don't need permission. You don't need a certificate. You don't need someone to say, you're ready. You just need to believe that you're enough. Right now, that belief alone can change everything. Replace doubt with discipline. A lot of people are full of doubt. They say things like, what if it doesn't work? What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? Well, what if it does work? What if you succeed? What if you never have to struggle again? Let me give you a little advice from the old days. Don't drown in doubt. Drown that doubt with action. Action cures fear. Action builds confidence. Action turns dreams into dollars. You don't need to believe everything will work perfectly. You just need to believe that it's worth trying. Success is an inside job. Here's the rule. You'll never have more wealth on the outside than you do on the inside. So what should you focus on? Grow your mind. Grow your skills. Grow your character. Grow your vision. Grow your discipline. If you do that, wealth will chase you down. It's funny. When you get better, life gets better. When you grow, your income grows. When you upgrade your thinking, you upgrade your bank account. It's all connected. Who you listen to matters. Let me say this carefully. Your mind is your garden. What you feed, it will grow. So, if you're always listening to broke people, watching people complain online, taking advice from folks who are just getting by, guess what you'll end up with? The same results. But if you feed your mind with truth, with mentors, books, podcasts, and wisdom, with wealthy ideas and successful habits, your life will begin to change. So here's a simple idea. Guard your ears. Guard your eyes. Guard your mind. Feed it what you want your life to become. Act as if you're already wealthy. This is a classic idea I've taught for years. Act as if. Act as if you're already wealthy. Now, I don't mean go out and buy a Rolex. I'm not saying go broke trying to look rich. I'm saying act with the discipline and decisions a wealthy person would make. Would a wealthy person waste hours scrolling to their phone? Would a wealthy person complain about gas prices or food bills? Would a wealthy person spend every penny they earn? No, they invest their time. They protect their energy. They save and grow their money. So act like them before you become one of them. Because success doesn't start after you arrive. It starts before in your mindset. Identity creates destiny. Let me leave you with one more idea in this chapter. You will never rise above the way you see yourself. If you think of yourself as a broke person, you'll keep finding ways to stay broke. If you see yourself as someone who always struggles, you'll keep struggling. But if you shift your identity to, I'm a builder, I'm a learner, I'm someone who makes things happen, you'll begin to act like it. And when you act like it, you start to attract the results that match it. You don't get what you want. You get what you believe you are. So decide today, I am becoming wealthy. I am becoming disciplined. I am becoming focused. And I am taking control of my future. Say it. Own it. Live it. Coming up next, now that we've rebuilt your mindset, in part 3, we'll get into how wealthy people use their time differently than the rest of the world. You'll learn how to eliminate time wasters, how to schedule like the successful, and how to make every day push you closer to financial freedom. Because let me tell you, you can't afford to waste another year. You've already waited long enough. Let's build something now. Part 3. Time is money. How the wealthy use time differently. There's an old saying I like. Rich people value time. Poor people waste it. And it's true. If there's one thing every wealthy person understands, it's this. Time is the most valuable thing you have. Not money, not stuff, not even talent. Time is life. And the way you spend your time is the way you spend your life. The wealthy see time as an investment. Let me tell you something I learned early. We all get the same 24 hours. Rich, poor, smart, uneducated, doesn't matter. But here's the key difference. The wealthy invest their time. The broke spend their time. The wealthy say, how can I make the most of this hour? How can I use this morning to get ahead? What's the best use of my time right now? The broke say, how can I kill time? How can I relax? What's new on social media? And guess what happens? The one who invests time gets paid. The one who kills time stays broke. Don't waste your mornings. One of the most powerful habits you can build is this. Own your mornings. Most people roll out of bed late. They grab their phone. They check messages. They scroll. They snooze. And before they know it, the morning is gone. But wealthy people do something different. They wake up with intention. They read. They write. They plan. They move. They use the morning to set the tone for the day. Why? Because the morning is your mental gold mine. It's when your mind is clear. Your focus is fresh. Your energy is high. So use it. Read 10 pages of a good book. Write down your goals. Meditate. Pray. Reflect. Move your body. Exercise. Stretch. Make a plan for the day and stick to it. One powerful hour in the morning can change your whole life. Cut the time wasters. Want to create wealth fast? Cut out what's stealing your time. Here are some of the biggest thieves. Social media scrolling. 3 hours a day equals 1,000 hours a year gone. TV binge watching. 4 episodes a night equals no time for your goals. Negative people. Gossip and drama won't pay your bills. Overthinking. Analysis paralysis stops you from doing. Try and do everything yourself. Learn to delegate and outsource. Here's the truth. If it doesn't build your future, cut it. If it doesn't bring peace or progress, delete it. You've got one life. Why waste it on things that don't matter? Every day is a brick. Imagine this. You're building a mansion, a beautiful, strong, successful life. And every day you're given one brick. You can either place that brick with intention, perfectly aligned, or throw it to the side, waste it, ignore it. Now multiply that by 365 days a year. Multiply that by 5 years. That's over 1,800 bricks. If you use each one wisely, you'll have a masterpiece. If you waste them, you'll have rubble. So let me ask you, what are you building? Millionaires lie by the calendar. You know what most rich people have in common? They live by their calendar. They don't just wing it. They plan. They schedule. They protect their time. If something's important, it's on the calendar. And if it's not on the calendar, it probably won't happen. Here's a simple tool you can start using today. Block 30 minutes a day to learn books, podcasts, courses. Block 1 hour a day to create business content product. Block 15 minutes to review your day every evening. That's it. And if you follow that consistently, your life will transform. Time and money are best friends. Here's something I discovered. Time and money go hand in hand. If you waste time, you waste money. But if you manage your time, you multiply your money. Let me give you an example. Let's say you spend 4 hours a day watching shows. Now let's say instead you spend those 4 hours learning a skill, building a side hustle, creating a product, making content, studying real estate or investing. Where will you be in 1 year? One choice leads to more entertainment. The other leads to more freedom. You've got to choose. Because every time you say yes to something unproductive, you're saying no to something that could change your future. Say this: I'm busy building wealth. Next time someone says, why are you always working on your business? Why are you reading so much? Why don't you come out and party? Say this with a smile: I'm busy building wealth. They won't understand now, but when you're financially free, they will. This is your season of building, of discipline, of rising above the average. Not forever, but for a while, because wealth requires focus, and focus requires sacrifice. The time multiplier trick. Here's a secret the rich use. They multiply their time. They don't try to do everything themselves. They use tools, people, and systems to get more done in less time. You can too. Use AI tools to write, plan, or research. Hire someone to do what you don't need to do. Automate your finances, your emails, your posts. Every task you eliminate or delegate gives you more time to focus on what matters. Time is your most valuable asset. Protect it, guard it, invest it, because once it's gone forever. Use this rule. 1 productive hour. Let me leave you with this powerful habit. 1 productive hour a day. That's it. 1 hour where you turn off distractions. 1 hour where you go all in, learning, building, creating, growing. Do this 5 days a week. That's 260 hours a year. That's 32 full working days. Focus entirely on your future. Most people don't even spend 3 full days a year on their dreams. You'll be doing 32. That's the fast track to wealth. Not magic. Not luck. Just consistent time used wisely. Coming up next, In part 4, we'll dive into something that can make or break your financial future, your money blueprint. You'll learn why some people sabotage their own wealth, how to reprogram your beliefs about money, how to develop a mindset that attracts abundance. Because until your money mindset is right, your money will always slip through your fingers. So let's fix that next. Part 4, the money blueprint. Reprogram your financial beliefs. Now listen carefully. You can read all the books. You can work hard. You can start a business, build a brand, make more money. But if your money blueprint is broken, you'll keep going in circles. Let me explain what I mean. What's a money blueprint? Your money blueprint is your internal thermostat for wealth. It's the beliefs and attitudes you've developed over the years about what money is, what rich people are like, what you deserve financially, how much you believe you can earn, how much wealth you're comfortable with. You may not even realize it, but this blueprint is controlling your life. If your thermostat is set at 70 degrees, even if you heat the room to 90, it'll eventually cool back down. Same with money. You can earn more for a while, but if your internal belief says, I'm only worth just enough to survive, you'll spend it, lose it, sabotage it, until you reset your internal settings. Where did your blueprint come from? Your blueprint came from childhood, from your parents, teachers, society, culture. Maybe you heard, money is evil. Rich people are greedy. We can't afford that. We're not like them. Money doesn't grow on trees. Now, those ideas might sound harmless, but they shape your world. If you grew up thinking money is bad, you'll never feel good about having a lot of it. If you think money changes people for the worse, you'll never let yourself become one of them. And that's why you stay stuck. You can rewire your beliefs. Here's the good news. You're not stuck with the beliefs you were raised with. You can rewire your thinking. You can reprogram your blueprint. You can create a mindset that welcomes wealth instead of rejecting it. How? By feeding your mind new, powerful truths. Let me give you a few. Money is a tool, not a master. The more I earn, the more good I can do. Wealth is my responsibility. I deserve to be financially free. Money flows to me because I solve problems. Say those every day. Repeat them until they sink in. Because the more you hear something, the more you believe it. And once you believe it, you start living it. Rich or poor is an identity. You probably heard people say, I'm just not good with money. Let me tell you something. That's not a truth. That's a story. And stories can be rewritten. Just because you've been broke doesn't mean you're meant to stay broke. Just because your parents struggled doesn't mean you have to struggle too. You are not your past. You are not your parents. You are not your bank account. You are what you decide to become. So stop saying, I'm not good with money, and start saying, I'm learning how to manage money. I'm growing smarter every day. Because that's the mindset that builds wealth. Let go of shame and guilt. A lot of people secretly feel shame about money. Maybe they've made mistakes. Maybe they've had debt. Maybe they've been broke too long and feel behind. Let me tell you something important. There is no shame in starting over. There's only shame in staying stuck. We've all made money mistakes. We've all had setbacks. We've all had moments where we thought, I'll never get out of this. But your past doesn't disqualify you. It prepares you. And every mistake can be a lesson if you let it. So forgive yourself. Start fresh. And move forward with wisdom. Your beliefs control your behavior. Here's how this works. Let's say you believe money is hard to get. That belief will shape your actions. You'll avoid asking for raises. You'll undercharge for your work. You'll stay stuck in low-paying jobs. Now, let's say you believe money is easy to attract if you bring value. Different belief. Different actions. You'll look for ways to serve others. You'll start a business. You'll invest. You'll grow. And eventually, your results will change too. Because here's the rule. Change your beliefs, change your behavior. Change your behavior, change your life. Give yourself permission to get rich. You'd be surprised how many people feel guilty about making a lot of money. Somewhere deep inside, they believe, if I have more, others will have less. People will think I'm greedy. I'm not spiritual if I chase wealth. Let me tell you, those are false beliefs. Money doesn't change who you are. It only magnifies who you already are. If you're kind, generous, wise, more money lets you bless more people. If you're selfish and insecure, money will only make it louder. So make sure your heart is in the right place. And then give yourself permission to get rich. Because here's what I believe. Good people should have more money because they'll do good things with it. And you, my friend, are one of the good ones. Practice wealth thinking daily. If you want to change your money blueprint, don't do it once. Do it daily. Here's a simple routine. Affirmations. Say 3 wealth-building truths every morning. Visualization. Close your eyes. Imagine the life you're building. Feel it. Believe it. Gratitude. List 3 things you're thankful for. It builds an abundant heart. Learning. Read or listen to 1 lesson on money, wealth, or mindset every day. Action. Do 1 thing each day that moves your finances forward. These 5 things, done daily, will completely rebuild your inner world, and your outer world will follow. Money is a mirror. Remember this always. Money is a mirror. It reflects your habits, your beliefs, your focus, your energy. Want to fix your finances? Start by fixing what's in the mirror. The more confident you are, the more disciplined you are, the more valuable you become. The more money will find its way into your life. Coming up next, in part 5, we're going to talk about something exciting. Income explosion. How to build fast-track income streams. You'll learn why relying on one income is dangerous. How to build multiple income sources from scratch. The mindset and skill set that turn time into cash flow. Because making money doesn't have to be slow. With the right strategy, you can build wealth faster than you ever thought possible. Part 5. Income explosion. How to build fast-track income streams. Now, let me tell you something that changed my life. Never rely on one income stream. Life is too uncertain. And wealth needs options. That was the turning point. Most people are stuck with one paycheck, and that's a dangerous place to be, because if that paycheck stops, life stops. The bills don't stop. The rent doesn't stop. The pressure doesn't stop. But the wealthy, they do something different. They build multiple streams of income, some active, some passive, some small at first, but they grow. And that's what gives them freedom. So let's talk about how you can do the same. The danger of one income. If you work 40 hours a week and only get paid from one source, your job, here's what's really happening. You're trading time for money. Your income is capped. Your freedom is limited. Your security is fragile. Now don't get me wrong. Jobs are a good start. But they were never designed to make you wealthy. They were designed to make you dependable. If you want freedom, you need to create money that doesn't stop when you stop. That's how the rich play the game. The rule, active income builds. Passive income frees. There are 2 kinds of income. Active income. You work, you get paid. Job, freelance, consulting, selling. Passive income. You work once, and it pays you over and over. Investments, royalties, rental income, digital products. You need both. Start with active income. Use it to pay bills and build skills. Then move into passive income. That's your freedom fund. Let me say it like this. Your job funds your hustle. Your hustle builds your freedom. Start small, but start smart. Now here's where people get stuck. They think, I don't know where to start. I don't have a lot of money. I'm not an expert. That's okay. Nobody starts with everything figured out. But everyone who's wealthy started with one thing: a decision to learn, a decision to act, a decision to stop waiting and start building. So let me show you a few simple ways to begin creating fast-track income. 1. Sell what you know. You don't need a warehouse. You don't need inventory. You don't even need a storefront. You just need a skill or experience that solves a problem. And guess what? You already have it. You can teach others what you know: coaching, courses, tutoring. Create digital content, PDF guides, ebooks, templates. Offer freelance services: design, writing, editing, social media help. People are willing to pay for speed, clarity, and results. So package your knowledge, price it, and offer it to the world. 2. Build a simple side business. Now don't overthink it. A side business doesn't have to be complicated. You can start small. Resell products online. Start a service business: cleaning, delivery, photography, graphic design. Partner with someone and split profits. All it takes is the willingness to solve a problem and deliver value. And the best part? Your small business can grow into a big income stream if you stay consistent. You don't have to build $1 million business overnight. Just build something that makes money without permission. 3. Invest in income-producing assets. Once you got some cash flowing in, you need to put that money to work. Because wealthy people don't just earn, they invest. Here are a few assets that can grow over time: dividend stocks, rental properties, index funds, peer-to-peer lending, online businesses. Now, don't invest blindly. Learn first. Study. Ask questions. Take your time. But remember, if you don't invest, you'll always have to work. Let your money do the heavy lifting for you. 4. Make the internet work for you. We live in the best time in history to get wealthy. You've got a global marketplace in your pocket. The internet. Use it. You can sell your knowledge, start a YouTube channel, build a dropshipping store, offer remote services, promote affiliate products. There are people out there making thousands, even millions, from home. And it started with a decision to use the internet to produce, not just consume. So ask yourself, do I scroll for entertainment or do I build for income? Because that question right there, it can change your life. 5. Learn a high-income skill. If you want to earn more quickly, focus on high-income skills. Skills that people will pay you well for. Here are a few: copywriting, sales, digital marketing, video editing, coding, public speaking, consulting, personal branding. The great thing? You can learn most of these for free or very cheap online. Then, once you master it, you can charge higher prices or use it to grow your own brand or business. 6. Partner with people. You don't have to do it all alone. Sometimes the fastest path to income is to partner with someone. Maybe you've got the ideas and they've got the tech. Maybe you're good at marketing and they're good at fulfillment. Maybe you can split the roles and build something together. Wealth is not a solo sport, and teamwork often shortens a path to results. So keep your eyes open. Stay humble. Be generous. Look for ways to win together. Stop waiting. Start creating. Let me remind you of something important. You don't need a perfect plan, a big budget, a fancy website, 10,000 followers. You just need to start. Start with what you know. Start with what you have. Start messy. Start scared. But start now, because every day you wait is a day you could have been growing. Stack your streams. Here's what happens when you start creating income. You get addicted to possibility. You realize, if I can earn $100 online, I can earn $1,000. If I can sell one service, I can sell 5. If I can build one income stream, I can build 5. That's how you become unstoppable. One stream becomes 2. 2 becomes 4. And before long, you've got money coming in from every direction. That's how the wealthy do it. And now, so can you. Coming up next, in part 6, we'll dive into something most people overlook: the power of obsession and focus. You'll learn why dabbling leads to failure, why the most successful people become obsessed with results, how to focus your energy and avoid distractions in a noisy world. Because remember this, money follows focus. Distraction destroys dreams. Part 6, Wealth Love Speed. Take action now. Ladies and gentlemen, we've talked about mindset, habits, income streams, and the power of focus. Now it's time to introduce a truth that most people never realize until it's too late. Wealth loves speed. Let me repeat that. Wealth loves speed. Money moves fast. Opportunities move fast. Ideas move fast. If you hesitate, they'll pass you by. You see, life doesn't wait for the slow and cautious. Success doesn't tap you on the shoulder every year and say, "Are you ready now?" No, success knocks once, and you better be prepared to open the door fast. Now, I'm not saying you should act recklessly, but I am saying you need to act decisively. Let me give you an example. Let's say someone offers you a chance to partner on a new business. They believe in you. The idea is solid, but you say, let me think about it for 6 months. Guess what? That door is closed. It's gone. The person moves on. The market changes. The opportunity disappears. In the real world, wealth doesn't show up and wait around while you take your sweet time deciding. It moves, and it rewards the person who's bold enough to say, "I'm ready. Let's go." Now listen closely. Wealth doesn't require perfection. It requires movement. Start now. Learn as you go. Too many people are stuck in preparation mode. They say things like, "I'm still learning. I'm not ready yet. I need to take one more course. I'll wait for the perfect time." My friends, the perfect time doesn't exist. And waiting for the perfect time is the fastest way to miss the bus. Let me ask you something. Do you think the people who got wealthy fast had every answer? No, they just got started. They said, "I'll figure out along the way." And guess what? They did. Success rewards action, even imperfect action. Let me share with you the 4 simple rules of speed. 1, decide fast. When a good opportunity comes, one that aligns with your vision and values, say yes. Don't overthink it. Successful people make decisions quickly and change them slowly. Unsuccessful people make decisions slowly and change them quickly. Which one are you? 2, start small, move now. You don't need $1 million to start. You don't need a big office, a fancy suit, or perfect timing. Start with what you have, where you are, because small movements lead to momentum. And momentum is magic in wealth building. Just open the store, post a product, offer your service, publish the video. Don't wait to be perfect. Just go. 3, fix it later. Your first version will not be great. That's okay. You'll fix it as you go. But don't let fear of imperfection hold you back. Do you know why so many people never launch anything? They want it to be flawless. But wealth doesn't reward flawless. It rewards fearless. 4, stay ahead of time. If you're not moving fast, you're moving backwards. The world is changing. Technology is changing. Business is changing. Speed keeps you in the game. Slowness gets you left behind. Remember Blockbuster? They moved too slow. Netflix came in fast and crushed them. Now Netflix is rich and Blockbuster is a memory. Don't let your dreams become a memory. Move now. Now I want to talk to those of you who are afraid of making a mistake. Listen to me closely. You will make mistakes. You will mess up. You will lose some money. You will feel embarrassed. And it's okay. That's part of the process. Every wealthy person I know made mistakes. Lots of them. But you know what they didn't do? They didn't let fear slow them down. They didn't let mistakes stop them. They didn't hit pause every time something got hard. No, they kept moving. They kept building. They kept speeding toward their goal. Let me tell you this. The faster you start, the faster you grow. And the faster you grow, the quicker wealth comes to you. A little story. Let me tell you about two friends, John and Steve. John got an idea for an online business. He thought, I should start this. But then he waited, he researched, he doubted, he planned, he delayed. Steve got the same idea. He said, let me test it. He launched it that night. It wasn't perfect, but he made $40 in the first week. He reinvested, improved it, then made $400, then $4,000. Meanwhile, John is still planning. 3 years later, Steve is a millionaire. John is still almost ready. That's the power of speed. The 48-hour rule. Let me give you something practical right now. It's called the 48-hour rule. If you get an idea and you believe in it, take action within 48 hours. Even a small action. Because if you wait longer than that, your mind will start talking you out of it. Fear will creep in. Doubt will take over. So act quickly. Move now. Make that call. Post that ad. Register that name. Order that sample. Email that supplier. Publish that website. Do something. Because once you move, the universe moves with you. Final words for part 6. Don't wait until you have it all figured out. Don't wait until everything is perfect. Don't wait for permission. Don't wait for anyone to believe in you. Wealth loves speed. Move now. Fail fast. Learn fast. Grow fast. And succeed fast. Because the window of opportunity is open right now. And trust me, it doesn't stay open forever. Part 7. The Millionaire Habits, Daily Routines for Fast Growth. Let's talk about the habits. You see, success doesn't happen in a single day. It's not an event. It's a series of small decisions repeated every single day. The little disciplines, the small routines, the quiet habits, those are the things that make you wealthy. Wealth isn't something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. And to become that person, you have to build habits that shape your character, sharpen your mind, and strengthen your discipline. Let me walk you through the daily millionaire habits that, if you practice them, will make your life rich in both money and meaning. 1. Start your day with purpose. Rich people don't wake up and just see what happens. No, they wake up with purpose. When you wake up, don't grab your phone first. Don't start with TikTok or Instagram or email. That's like giving away your mind before you even use it. Instead, begin with silence, with thought. Take 10 minutes to sit, breathe, and plan your day. Ask yourself, what must I achieve today? What am I grateful for? What is my big goal, and what small step can I take toward it? A calm, focused mind makes rich decisions. A scattered mind makes poor ones. 2. Read daily. Feed your mind. All wealthy people are readers. Not because they love books more than you do, but because they understand your mind is like a garden. If you don't plant good seeds, weeds will grow by default. So read. Not garbage. Not gossip. Read wisdom. Read about business, money, habits, thinking, leadership, history, spirituality. Just 10 pages a day. That's 300 pages a month. That's 12 to 15 books a year. And trust me, those books will teach you what most schools forgot. If you want to change your income, change your input. 3. Move your body, move your life. I once said, take care of your body. It's the only place you have to live. The rich don't just work on their wealth. They work on their health. Because if you lose your health, you lose everything. Exercise daily. You don't need a gym or fancy gear. Go for a walk. Stretch. Do push-ups. Breathe deeply. But do something, because movement creates energy. and energy creates success. 4. Write your goals every day. This may sound too simple, but writing your goals down every single day is one of the secrets to success. It keeps your mind focused. It reminds you what matters, and it creates clarity. Write your top 3 goals every day on paper, not in your phone, not just in your head. Here's the thing. What gets written gets done. If you write it, you'll start to believe it. If you believe it, you'll start to live it. 5. Guard your circle. Jim Rohn said, "You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with." If you hang around broke thinkers, you'll stay broke. If you spend time with people who complain, who waste time, who chase distractions, you'll pick up their habits. So look around. Who's feeding your mind? Who's building your dreams? Who's dragging you down? Cut the noise. Choose your circle. It's not about being better than others. It's about being better for yourself. Surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, not people goals, not gossip, growth, not excuses. 6. Sell or create something every day. Wealthy people understand one thing. Income is tied to value. So every day, do something that creates or shares value. Start that business. Post that content. Build that product. Make that offer. Sell that idea. Even if it's small, do it daily. Because money comes to those who build, who solve, who offer. If you go 30 days without trying to make money, don't be surprised when you don't have any. 7. Track your money. Most people don't grow rich because they don't respect their money. The rich know where every dollar is going. They know what they're spending, what they're investing, what they're saving. Get a notebook or app and track what you earn, what you spend, what you keep. Why? Because if you can't manage $100, you'll never manage $100,000. Money loves discipline. 8. Practice gratitude. It may sound soft, but gratitude is a serious habit for serious wealth. Every morning or night, write down 3 things you're thankful for. Your family, your progress, your energy, your mind, your dreams, your health. Gratitude resets your mind. It makes you rich on the inside, so wealth on the outside flows easier. A grateful heart attracts more blessings. An entitled heart repels them. 9. Cut out time wasters. Here's the truth. Your phone is stealing your fortune. Social media, endless scrolling, Netflix marathons, mindless YouTube. It's killing your time, and time is the only thing you can't get back. So set limits. Put your phone away. Block the distractions. Delete the apps. Unfollow the noise. Success requires focus. You can't plant seeds if your garden's full of weeds. 10. Go to bed with a win. Each night, ask yourself, did I move forward today? And if the answer is no, get up and do something. Write 1 page. Send 1 message. Make 1 decision. Read 1 chapter. Go to bed with a win. It could be small, but it will train your brain to expect victory. Winners don't wait for motivation. They build momentum. Final thought. My friend, wealth is built one day at a time. It's not built by chance. It's built by habit. You don't need luck. You need rhythm. Do the right things. Daily. Even when it's boring. Even when it's slow. Even when nobody sees it. Because one day, soon, everyone will see what you've been building. One day you'll wake up rich. Not just in money, but in freedom, in time, in peace, in impact. That day is coming. If you build the habits that wealthy people never skip. Part 8. Your network is your net worth. Let me tell you something that changed my life. You become like the people you spend most of your time with. It's not just a saying, it's the truth. If 5 of your closest friends are broke, angry, lazy, and full of excuses, guess what? You'll likely be the 6th. Now, I'm not saying cut people off and live like a hermit. I'm saying be mindful. Your environment shapes your thinking. Your thinking shapes your actions. and your actions shape your wealth. When I was struggling financially, I had to make a hard decision. I had to stop listening to the complainers, the doubters, the people who laughed at dreams. Instead, I started spending more time listening to tapes, reading books, attending seminars. I couldn't afford to hang out with millionaires yet, so I learned from them through books and audios, and slowly my life started to change. You see, wealthy people think differently. They ask different questions. They talk about ideas, strategies, and opportunities. They don't spend their days gossiping or wasting time on nonsense. Their minds are focused, sharp, and forward-thinking. You want to be wealthy? Then get around people who are heading that way or already there. Go where growth happens. Join groups. Take online courses. Go to events. Find mentors. And if you can't find one in person, let a book be your mentor. Let YouTube be your classroom. No excuses. Ask yourself, who's influencing me? Who's feeding my mind? Who's pushing me to grow? The right network is like fertilizer for your dreams. It speeds up the process. It keeps your fire burning. So take inventory today. Upgrade your network, and you'll upgrade your net worth. Green Square Part 9. The Hidden Enemy. Excuses, fear, and comfort. Let's get honest. You say you want wealth. You say you want freedom. But deep inside, you might still be protecting your excuses. And those excuses are costing you your dreams. I don't have time. I don't know how. I'm not smart enough. I'll start later. What if I fail? These thoughts are not facts. They're habits. Mental habits that keep you stuck in a small life when a big one is calling your name. You have to fight those thoughts. You have to rise above excuses, the fear, and especially the comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of success. It whispers, take it easy, do it tomorrow, you've done enough for today. And just like that, days become weeks, weeks become years, and your dream becomes a memory. Look, if it were easy, everyone would be wealthy. But most people aren't willing to be uncomfortable. That's what separates the rich from the broke. So embrace discomfort. It's the gym for your mindset. Fear? It's just a compass showing you where to grow. Failure? It's the tuition you pay to the University of Success. Every excuse you destroy brings you one step closer to your wealthy life. So burn the excuses. Kill the fear. Walk out of your comfort zone. That's where the gold is. Green Square Part 10. Leave the broke crowd behind. This chapter might sound harsh, but it's necessary. There comes a time in your journey when you must leave behind a broke crowd. The people who don't want to change, don't want to grow, don't want to think bigger. You love them, yes, but you can't live like them. Because if you do, you'll die with your dreams buried inside you. When I decided to change my life, I had to stop seeking approval from people who had no results. I had to stop explaining my goals to people who didn't believe in goals. You have to choose their opinions or your future. You can't have both. Now, I'm not saying be arrogant. I'm saying be clear. Be focused. And if someone mocks your ambition, just smile. They'll see you later, on TV or on stage or in a better house. If they're still watching, the truth is, you were born to lead, not follow. You were born to rise, not settle. So let the broke crowd do what they do. You, my friend, have wealth to build, lives to change, and a legacy to create. Final part. 30 days to turn your life around. Let's bring this home. If you followed this far, I want to challenge you with something powerful. 30 days. That's it. Give yourself 30 focused days to start becoming wealthy, mentally, emotionally, and financially. Here's your roadmap. Every morning, read something that grows your mindset for 10 minutes. Every day, write down 3 income ideas and take action on one. Every week, cut one excuse, one distraction, or one toxic person from your life. Every night, reflect. Did I grow today? Did I move forward? Did I act like the wealthy version of me? Do this for 30 days, not 3, not 13, 30 full days. You'll be shocked at the shift in your thinking, your habits, your confidence. And that shift is what leads to wealth. Look, wealth doesn't come by luck. It comes by decision. And you just made yours. You've got the blueprint now. You've got the motivation. What you do next will determine if this was just a speech or the beginning of your new life. Remember, you can become wealthy faster than you think. But you must begin, and you must believe. The rest will follow you.